All right, we're live. Hello, welcome to the Inspired Messenger Show. My name is Mark Porteous. I am your host, and I believe that we all choose this life for a reason, and that aligning with your divine purpose is the most exciting and rewarding adventure imaginable. This show is designed to help inspire, educate, and motivate you to recognize and share your own divine gifts with the world. We share information, resources, and action steps that you can take now to improve your personal and professional life so you can better fulfill your mission. You can watch previous episodes and find out or learn more helpful resources to support you on your journey at inspiredmessengersnetwork.com. And I am just incredibly blessed to work with amazing mentors and teachers who are aligned with my mission to empower inspired messengers and soul-driven entrepreneurs to have the tools that they need to thrive in their purpose of transforming lives. It's really a great pleasure for me to introduce my mentors and colleagues to you so we can all benefit from their wisdom. And speaking of sharing, I'd love it if you could share and like our Facebook page at facebook.com/inspired messengers, or if you just do a search for Inspired Messengers Network on Facebook, you should be able to find it there as well. And you can catch previous episodes of the Inspired at inspiredmessengersnetwork.com to watch previous episodes of this show. So with the holiday season now underway, it's really, really easy to get sucked into stress and overwhelm. And there's one practice that I've been using for many years that I've found really helpful in centering and grounding myself to remain in a state of peace and joy, even in the midst of chaos in the world around us. Paying attention, I've got a lot of crazy personal chaos going on in my life, and I've talked to so many people in my community who have just had some really enormous challenges over the last few months. So if you're one of those people, you can probably relate. But no matter what's happening, even if you're in a really good spot in your life, this practice that we're going to be talking about today of meditation can be really, really helpful in just bringing more peace and joy into your life. And today we have Megan Wilson, who is a certified life coach, guided meditation. After 8 years as a professional showgirl in Los Angeles, Megan fell in love with guided meditation as a way to relieve stress and gain perspective of a bigger picture. She has blended her coaching skills with her passion for meditation by creating customized guided meditations for her clients' individual needs. This allows each person to have a custom meditation right at their fingertips. Megan has enjoyed working in New York, California, and Las Vegas, where she currently resides, working with private clients and leading guided meditation classes on the Strip. Hello, Megan. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
It's great to have you here, and I've been wanting this for a long time, so I'm glad that it finally worked out. It's perfect timing right after Thanksgiving and going into the holidays. I think this is a really important topic to be talking about.
Absolutely. Meditation is a perfect sister to gratitude. And so you're right, coming on the heels of Thanksgiving and before going into Christmas and then the new year and reflection and everything that brings, this is the perfect time, as it always works out.
You brought up
talk about
reflection and also the new year, talking about that, being able to help create and to visualize what it is that we want to bring more of into our life.
Yes.
So it's interesting reading your bio, being a dancer, an actress, and a model. It sounds very, very exciting. How did you first become interested in meditation, and how has that helped you personally?
I got my degree in dance and I moved to Vegas. And after 8 years of doing shows, I absolutely knew two things. And that was that performing was my passion and I loved it. But then the other thing came up, which I never expected, is that I was missing something, which kind of threw me for a loop because I was able and blessed to dance on the Strip. And where was this longing for something else coming from? And so I was doing shows and I just wanted more. And that's really all I knew at the time. And so life usually happens, as soon as you start looking for something, little clues start falling into your pathway. And so I actually, through one conversation to a book to something else, found the University of Metaphysical Science, which is where I found that I could be a life coach, but in there, a lot of their courses incorporated guided meditation. And that was the first time I'd heard about meditation from Wayne Dyer and Louise Hay, but thought that I had to sit still. And as a mover and a shaker moving around from gig to gig in Vegas, the last thing I wanted to do was be still because I was so good at going. So, however, in using these guided meditations, because I had a voice to listen to, it was so much easier for my brain to focus. And then I realized my body was relaxing and how often it was not relaxed, and I valued multitasking. And so through meditation, I started to realize actually single tasking was getting me further and helping me to be more productive than the way I'd been living my life.
That's brilliant. I was just watching a documentary about the brain and the brain, the way that it works, and how really we can only focus on one thing. So when we're going back and forth between two things. I think that's really interesting. You're talking about focus, and a lot of times on resumes, 10 years ago, 2 decades ago, people would put on their resume that I'm a multitasker, and that was a good thing. But now when you see multitasker, you just think of somebody who's doing several things not very well.
Exactly, and it's still a thing that I sometimes catch myself using as a good thing. But I realize that when I am multitasking, it usually is hand in hand with feeling more stressed out. Versus I've been practicing meditation for years now, and I'm still reminding myself to breathe and come back to center and focus. And meditation just helps me do that without any guilt or passionate practice. And you are where you are, and that's something that I really needed, because I was in a career that pushed to strive to be something, whereas meditation lets you be whatever you are right now in this moment. And if that's falling apart, that's okay. And if that's you're nailing your day, awesome. Wherever you are is where it will meet you. So it's a really non-judgmental practice.
That's beautiful. And you mentioned before about having trouble thinking about meditation because of wanting to be still. I know a lot of people who are interested in wanting to start meditation, and some people who've even done it for years, but looking for more out of it. That's what you were saying, that you got into it because you wanted more out of life. One of the big myths for me was that meditation had to be single focus and quiet and all of that stuff. But you talk about the 3 big myths. Do you want to share a little bit about what you see as the 3 big myths about meditation?
Absolutely. So when I tell people that I teach guided meditation, I usually get the same thing. Oh, I would love to do that, but I don't know how. And then one of the 3 things will come up. One of them is I don't have time. So the first myth and misconception is that you need a lot of time daily. You need an hour to practice, and that's not realistic for us unless you live in a cave, or unless you're a monk. You don't have time. You're busy. You have kids. You have a life, and you have emails to get to. So, but really, the first thing I say to that myth is that's not true. That really, if you have 5 minutes a day, ideally 10 minutes to start your day, and just breathe. Times you can choose from there what you want to do. If you want to be really simple and just keep it easy, simply focusing on your breath and breathing in. What I like to do is do a breath count. So you breathe in and out, and that's 1. And you do that 10 times, and you just start over. And I have music playing that I know is 10 minutes long. So once the music is done playing, I know that I'm done. So it's really easy, and that's just a simple example. And a reason I like guided meditation, if you try that, is because it gives your mind something to focus on. The second myth is that there's only one way to meditate. And there are 2 main styles that are prominent right now, and that's mindfulness meditation or transcendental meditation. I think those are the 2 that are most popular in the Western world right now. So, but mindfulness, one of the elements I like about it is it incorporates walking and really focusing on what you're doing, whether it's the dishes, gardening, taking a walk around the neighborhood. Whatever style works for you, fantastic. For me, that is right. It's whatever suits your needs. And again, those can change from day to day. And the last one, and this is my favorite because this is the one I get the most, is that, well, I can't make my mind stop thinking. I know the whole point of meditation is to get your mind to stop. No, it is absolutely not the point. And it's a nice byproduct. And Deepak Chopra even says that if you just look for the gap in between thoughts, you've reached it, you've done it. And so we've made it this mystical, really impossible thing to do, but it's really quite easy. Especially first thing in the morning, if you have slept well, of course your mind is going to run. You're well rested. You're going to think about your day. So let that be okay. And you have your 10 minutes or your 20 minutes. And really, as soon as you realize it's running, you realize it and you come back to your breath. Always coming back to center is the simple practice of meditation. You just come back to your breath, come back to center until your time is up and you go about your day. And that increases your mindfulness, it increases your awareness of the world around you and your consciousness.
Beautiful. And so you talked about the two main kinds, and you focus on mindfulness. I really think that's quite appropriate. In our conversations, you often talk about just observing, because you said Deepak talked about observing the gap in between thoughts. It seems like that's a very, very powerful and timely tool. The idea of being mindful is a new term in industry and business. Conscious businesses are using it, and I think just in general and in life, being more mindful is an appropriate theme. But you're talking about really being mindful about just what's going on in your thoughts, being an observer of the thoughts that you're having.
Absolutely. And being an observer is what actually helps. One of the things I also wanted to discuss was how meditation can improve your focus. The mindfulness technique is simply about being in the present moment, which is where your power is. The past has already happened, the future has yet to be determined, but your power is in the right now. And so in your mind is where the power is. So for example, if you spent every morning spending 10 minutes looking around your home in one place and everything in the room is green, every day you looked at whatever was green. As you go through your day, you're going to notice things that are green. Every day you'll see it more and more, and you'll notice themes, and you'll see it more often, and your awareness expands. Well, it's the same thing with mindfulness and with peace. You come back to your breath, you come back to your center, and that's what your meditation is. So that's why it's so great to start the day with it, with compassion and with letting yourself be, wherever that is emotionally. That practice will then permeate into the rest of your day. And as you do it every day, you'll realize you're getting anxious and you'll breathe. You'll realize that you're getting happy and you'll breathe. And you're just more aware of how you feel. You're more aware of your surroundings. And so it tends to help you focus, because you come back, you realize when you're focused or when you're stressed, you can see it more. You're more aware of your own feelings, and as you're more aware of what's not yours. As we go through our days, sometimes we get put off by the lady in front of the grocery store that said something rude to us, or that, things that just happen because, the universe has a good sense of humor, and sometimes days are rough. And it's just part of being human. It's how we grow. So, but it's one of the benefits I've found a lot of is I used to take on a lot of stuff, and I'm very sensitive, and so my feelings would get hurt all the time. But through meditation, I've realized you're having a rough day, and that's not me. I'm not going to own that, and I can come back to me and what I'm in charge of and what I can control. And it's not a lot, but I'm aware of what I control, and I let go of the rest, and that alone is huge, especially going into the holidays.
Absolutely, yeah. That's really powerful stuff to be able to let go like that. And the idea of being able to focus more and having clarity of focus means you can be more productive. You also talk about how it can actually physiologically relax the body. How is it that meditation creates that, deals with stress in our bodies?
Great question. And so when you're meditating, when you're giving yourself permission to sit and be still and close your eyes and breathe, it's allowing your central nervous system to calm down, which allows your circulation to improve, which allows any anxiety hormones to relax. And actually, meditation is now shown to be 2 to 4 times deeper than sleep. So even if you're practicing meditation in the afternoon, it's before you reach for coffee. I'm not even saying don't go for coffee, go for it, but meditate first. And you won't have that groggy hangover afterwards that you would have if you'd had an hour-long nap. So your entire body relaxes, and our bodies are still wired for fight or flight in case a saber-toothed tiger comes around the corner. Well, now our saber-toothed tigers are emails and having feedback from somebody who outraged, or it's figuring out the time of when we're going to have Christmas dinner with the family. Now the things that are stressing us out are different than they were before, but our body reacts the same. So by breathing and just giving yourself permission to be still, because stillness is absolutely a productive practice. Even though it's kind of productive to our go, 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 be more efficient and do more, this will help you be able to do more with less stress. You'll be able to focus so you can get things done faster and get to your family faster. And so it does help de-excite the nervous system, relaxes your body, increases blood flow, increases the right and left brain hemisphere and how they communicate. So really you get smarter when you're calm and you don't make rash decisions. And so everything really lines up in a beautiful way when this is a daily practice.
It's interesting because it seems like it would be counterintuitive to slow down to be more productive, but all kinds of scientific research shows that by relaxing, meditation, taking breaks, these things really do increase productivity.
Absolutely, yeah, they do. And again, around the holidays, even just 5 minutes before you go into Walmart and just breathing into your car, it really will. The calmer you are, and it does affect everyone else around you. And so you're aware of what you can control. You go in calmer, and then that calmness, has a ripple effect.
Absolutely. And you mentioned guided meditation, and you've created a customized meditation for me. I use it every morning, and it really helps to keep the mind on something. And then there's these gaps in between where it's just the music playing. And I really find that charges me up. But and you've got a great gift. So if anybody watching this on Facebook, just right below, hit that button. You can check out Megan's free gift. It's a downloadable meditation. And you could also go to, if you're listening to this on YouTube, I should have it up there, but just in case you're somewhere where you don't see the button, go to redheadcatalyst.com/inspired-messenger-network. That's redheadcatalyst.com/inspired-messenger-network. Or just hit the button right below if you're watching this on video. If somebody doesn't have a guided meditation, which they are available, or that you said, going into the supermarket or something like that, are there some tips that you can share with somebody who might be just getting started in meditation to address some of those challenges about time and focus?
Yes. So, well, as you said, the guided meditation that I have that's a free one now through the Inspired Messengers Network is my most popular one, and it's a guided meditation for relaxation. So this is really great. It's only a 10-minute long meditation. So if you have 10 of this, because it does help you to relax and it gives your mind something to focus on, which is why I loved guided meditation when I first found it. So by practicing this daily, if you don't have 10 minutes, that is totally fine. I also have 5-minute meditations that are really simple that are on my website at redheadcatalyst.com. Just email me, and I'll be happy to send you the breathing one that I spoke of earlier. And it's simply a breath count. So it's really simple. You just breathe in and out. That's 1. And you breathe in slowly in and out 10 times. And then you just recount it. And you can set the timer on your phone for 5 minutes. Make sure it's on airplane mode so that no text messages come in during that 5 minutes. But again, just this really simple practice of coming back to center and giving yourself permission to be still and to just focus on your breath. It automatically connects your body with the flow, and your body is always in the present moment. Sometimes our brains are in the past or in the future, but if you focus on your body, it's the best way to connect to your innate calm that knows that everything is fine. That core piece is always inside of us when we're still, and we can just tap into it, even if you mindfully look for it. If you're having a stressful day and you know that you have a presentation coming up, or you know that you have a family dinner that could be a fun one to go to, and you just need to be centered and calm before you go in there. Just breathing, closing your eyes, and even saying to in your mind, help me connect with that peace that's within me. Your body intuitively knows what to do, how to relax, and just by asking it, it's kind of amazing what your intuition will connect you to, because we're all intuitive. And so this is a great time of year to connect with that. And the last thing I'll say is, to your point of Thanksgiving, that gratitude is a really great way to be centered, become humble, and get out of our monkey mind that's going. So even if you're just sitting in your car and you think of 3 things that you're grateful for, and it can be your new shoes that you have on, the puppy, and that you're breathing. Just that alone, and thinking about each one for 5 minutes total, all 3, will do everything to help your body calm down, will de-excite your nervous system. And it's really simple, but incredibly effective.
Exactly. Simple. Very, very simple, easy to use. So anybody can do that, and you get really good positive effects from that. And to me, that's one of the biggest things is the stress. Everybody I know has some level of stress in their life, and also the focus. So those are 2 powerful benefits. But you also have meditations for to getting more energy and to being uplifted and motivated. Are there what other types of benefits can you offer, or what other types of meditations have you done for people?
Thank you for asking. And actually, this is like, I guess, a 4th myth is that meditation can only be used for relaxation. I personally created an empowerment meditation for people to do before they go on stage, or for performers before they go on stage.
Uh-oh. I think Megan may be having technical difficulty. So probably be right back. She was just talking about working with performers. Well, while she's getting herself back online, I want to repeat the gift. It is called the Golden Light Meditation. It's a 10-minute meditation. You can download it at redheadcatalyst.com/inspired-messenger-network. And that'll give you a good taste of Megan's guided meditation, and you'll get to experience some of the effects. So you can have that forever. You can use that anytime that you want. Nope, I was thinking that might have been her call again. Oh, she's back. Here she comes. So yes, please download that now. And I would love to hear from you, whether it's comments or email. After you do the meditation, let me know what some of the biggest effects were, or some of how you experienced it. And also whatever challenges that you might be facing, either with meditation or just being able to get relaxed, centered, focused, any of those. I'd love to hear what challenges are popping up for you, especially going into the holidays. I think even more than that, it's really about moving into the new year. That was something else Megan had talked about. We started thinking about the new year, and creating a vision for yourself is a really important part of that. Instead of just kind of showing up and seeing what happens, being able to have some level of control on what happens. So I use creative meditations. I use Megan's customized meditations to help me clarify and crystallize what my vision is. So I highly recommend working with your vision as well. Hi, Megan. So you dropped out just as you were talking about using your meditation for performers just before they go on stage. And while you were out, I was talking a little bit about creating a vision and using meditation for that. But pick up where you were just about how you use meditation before people go on stage. Or not. Again, technical difficulties. There's some of the challenges in life. One of the things I've noticed, because I've been doing the show for a couple of years now, is that even if you prepare, even after you get on ahead of time, some things will happen with sound, things will happen with video. And I've been very fortunate to have guests who are quite anchored. And I think you'll see the same thing from Megan. Right now, if this was happening to you, you could get really flustered and flummoxed about trying to get back on. But if you just say, oh, things like this happen, you just kind of stay in the moment.
Hi.
Hey there. See, you look so centered and grounded still, not flustered at all.
Yeah, life happens. It's fine.
Exactly. Perfect. So yeah, you're saying that that you use this for meditation for performers and
Yes.
just for getting on stage.
Yes. So one of my meditations that I have is Stand in Your Power. And it's really great one. But my clients that use it the most are about to go on stage and perform. Also great if you have to have a rough conversation, or if you just think that where anxiety is really heavy in your life right now, or that you feel stressed, or even if you haven't, and you know the material. I used to get tested anxiety. So if you know that you know the material, but the rest is getting you just doing this meditation will help you stand in your moment and help you remember all that you know about you that's true. All of the goodness about you and everything that you test that you're about to take.
Perfect. Yeah, and I was just thinking about whether performance or even going into a meeting. You mentioned that earlier, having a confrontation or a challenging conversation. These are all standing in your power. Is not about overpowering the other person. It's just being really clear on who you are. And so that's another powerful use of your meditation. Besides stress and relaxation, being connected, I think is a really important part of it. So we've talked about some of the myths about meditation, and I've invited everyone to share what some of your misconceived ideas might be, or preconceived ideas, or even just some of your experiences. If you've done meditation before and haven't been able to get the results you want, or even just being able to get through a meditation, getting some kind of support may be very, very helpful for you. Megan, what's the best way to reach you? You said that they could email you and even get the breathing meditation. Or if somebody just has any questions, what's the best way to reach you?
Please reach out to me with any questions. My direct email is megan@redheadcatalyst.com. So I'm also on Facebook, Redhead Catalyst. So just shoot me an email if you have any questions at all. I'm happy to help and explain anything that I can.
Wonderful. And I know our time always flies right by. Anyway, even if we're in an hour-long conversation, are there any final words that you'd like to share about meditation, or about anything at all? Just whatever's on your heart before we say goodbye.
Absolutely. I'm so grateful to be able to share this. Meditation is my passion, and I know it's not everyone's, but I really think that it's an incredible practice that is more simple and easy than we have been led to believe. So I just, as a December challenge, if you've never tried meditation, please just give it a go and try it and see, because it really will have an incredible impact on your body and increase your stress, increase your livelihood, and the amount of joy you have moment to moment. So there's never been a bad side effect about having more consciousness and more awareness. So I would ask anybody to try it who hasn't. And again, please reach out to me with any questions, or if you would like a guided meditation, I'd be happy to send one to you.
I'm so glad I asked for these golden nuggets at the end, because you just mentioned two other really important effects of meditation: consciousness. We talk about lowering stress and increasing energy, increasing focus, but yet, wow, the benefits of just being more conscious. Super, super helpful, not only for us individually, but for us collectively.
Absolutely. It's the best win-win.
Certainly is. Well, Megan, I'm so grateful that you're out there working with people in any capacity to help them get more centered and just become more of who they are. I think it's really a deep alignment with my message is just be more of who you are. You don't have to figure out what other people want you to be, or you don't have to be an inspired messenger. I think that performers, first of all, are messengers. The way that your clients show up on stage, entertainment is so very, very valuable, but just their own personal self-expression. And that's really what this is about. The Inspired Messengers Network is about your self-expression and however that comes out. So I highly encourage you to include meditation as part of your personal self-expression. And I want to thank you, Megan, just for, again, being on the planet, for being in my life, and for all the work that you do to help others fully live their purpose.
Thank you so much for allowing me to come on the show, and thank you for being a gatekeeper and helping us to see the way to show and share our message. And everybody that you brought on the show has wisdom and nuggets to share that we can all take. So thank you for letting me be a part of this. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you, thank you. And everyone watching, you all have wisdoms, nuggets of wisdom of your own, and we would love to see those. I'd love to read any of your comments. You can post right below this video, or if you want to email me directly, you can at the team. Actually, I'll just give you out my personal email is mark@markporteous.com. It's nice and easy. I want to thank you for being here, for being on the show, for wanting to get your message out in a bigger way, or just live your purpose, live your mission. I really believe that you are truly a beacon of light, and the brighter you can shine, the better we can all see. So thank you. The light in me respects and appreciates the light in you. Namaste.